I'll
Guys, welcome back. Second Take, Season 2. You already know who's your host. John, Chris Carter, not the wide receiver. I know you don't like that, Chris, but that is
I
your
don't.
fantasy name. Damn it.
It is, yeah. It's in my fantasy name. You
All right,
confused.
whatever, man. Back at it. We are so excited, man. Season 2. Chris, a lot to talk about, man, but a short amount of time. I know we got stuff to do after this, man, but we're gonna squeeze it in. And for those watching, a little bit this week, a little bit next week, but let's get started, man. How about it?
All right. Yeah. What we
Before
got?
before
What are we
before
talking
we
about?
uh before we start and everything, I do want to say we are going to add some stuff, throughout the year with the channel. Talk a little bit more about fantasy football. We're going to do that. Me and Chris are going to brainstorm some ideas, and you'll see Johnny Moore and some other guests in the podcast as the year goes by. So let's talk about it, man. Football season's here. Birds first. You already know what's coming first, man. Let's talk about it, Chris.
All right. Go ahead. Start it off.
Listen,
Let's hear your ridiculous
I
outlandish
well,
shit you want to talk about.
first of all, I ain't talking shit. I actually like what the Birds did this offseason, man. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the offseason and again with other teams also, but mainly the Birds. Again, Birds first. Dude, I got two words for you, man. John Dotson and another two words, Saquon Barkley, man.
Yeah. I mean, the Eagles did a lot of things this year.
They did,
I
man.
mean, between from getting Saquon to
Hmm.
letting Hassan Reddick go, like
That was a headache, man. That
it
we
wasn't
didn't
a
see
headache.
coming.
How he just did his thing. Like he literally, like he knew that Hassan Reddick wasn't going to resign unless he got a lot of money. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I don't know, letting him go, getting a really decent player back, like, and then Hassan Reddick holds out.
He's still holding out too, which is crazy to this day. But I
So
agree, Chris.
great move, man. That was a great move. That was a Howie Roseman move.
I agree, man. I mean, just like with the whole Saquon Barkley thing. Listen, I wasn't even expecting that to be honest. I was expecting more like, sign Swift for like 2 years, maybe sign a decent run back behind him.
Knock as soon as the Giants weren't paying him, like I knew he was going to go to the Eagles. He was either going to go to the Eagles or the Cowboys.
Mm,
That's the way I saw it. Because I mean, to have to play him twice a year, and you see what how good he is.
yeah.
So
Listen, he was a little injured in over there in New York, but we'll see how he does, man. People are saying that he's gonna be the CNC of the 49ers for us. So
that's
see.
what I think, especially with Kellen Moore as the offensive
Yeah.
coordinator.
I
He tried
mean,
to adopt the 49ers scheme.
oh yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see the adjustment, man. I can't wait till Friday night, man. They're gonna play in Brazil for those of you that don't know. But yeah, I mean, dude, I'm super excited, man. Eagles did a lot. Listen, they brought back my man CJ Gardner Johnson, which stud. I fucking love
Yeah,
CG. I call him CGJ, but man, that guy's a fucking stud. He's very underrated. I think he's gonna make some noise in that secondary. They boosted up their secondary too. Speaking of their secondary, I mean Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, dude,
Cooper DeJean was a great draft pick.
and that was very surprising that he fell to the second round like that. I
Yeah,
mean, dude, that was oh man, Eagles did a lot, man. They cleaned up the broken pieces, as I like to
they
say.
definitely did. They definitely
Yeah,
did.
so, and hiring Vic Fangio, which he's one of the top DCs in the NFL. I mean, I think that's huge.
Yep.
I know in Miami, their defense was like average last season. It was like some weeks they were good, some weeks they were bad, but let's see how he does with
I don't think you can blame that on him though. Like I feel like it was
true.
his fault, all his fault. Let's say that.
True, true. I mean, Miami doesn't have how many talents do they have on their defense? What, like maybe two or three people?
I don't know.
Jake. So, but I mean, they don't have the line that we have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, we'll see how they do. We'll see how they do. I mean, I did pick up that defensive fantasy. So,
In our fantasy league?
what's up?
In our fantasy league?
No, my other league. I
Okay.
picked them up. Yeah, I have two leagues. So
We
my
don't
other
have, we don't have
well,
to talk about we're gonna talk about
we're
fantasy
gonna talk
next
about
week.
that this year too, man. And like I
'Cause
said,
you know who we play each other. We play each other first week.
week one. So we're gonna talk about that next week too. So I actually am talking to other people. But yo, can you help me out? I'm trying to beat my boy real quick and try to go one.
Get the hell out of here.
But
Just need
anyway,
outside help.
um, listen, and you did mention something, Chris, that I do want to talk about. I mean, that was Birds first. Let's just overall, man, Birds had a really good offseason. I can't wait. So We're gonna talk about more about that and the pieces that they add as the season goes along. Like how does Quinion Mitchell play? How does the defense,
Yep.
Saquon, John Dotson, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna hit on everything.
Oh yeah,
Everything.
of course, yeah. We're not done with birds first, but anyway, for right now, yes, you did mention something, a team, I should say, Chris, that I want to talk about. Dallas Cowboys, dude. Jerry Jones said he's going all in. He didn't do anything
Yeah, I mean, besides CD Lamb,
besides CD Lamb, and I
I mean,
mean,
CD Lamb got paid.
he did. I mean, the guy's a beast, man. And look, I'll admit that he is a freaking beast. Excuse me 1 second. I'm just gonna check my phone for 1 second.
Man,
Okay, all right,
Tell
cool.
Brandon, who I know is probably gonna be watching, to calm the hell down.
Yes, for those of you that don't know, my cousin's on vacation over here in Florida, so he's actually texting me. He's like, "Hey, I'm getting ready right now." So he says he's about to get in the car. He'll be all right, man. He's probably gonna be like, "Where's it at again?" He'll probably get lost for like 20 minutes. Anyway, this is gonna be a short video for you guys. Just a little introduction heading into week one. But but yeah, Chris, you did mention the Dallas Cowboys. What I found very interesting, now a lot of people don't know this. Derrick Henry, who they had the chance to sign, by the way, actually bought a house in Dallas, and he didn't sign with them. I don't know if he just bought
I
one just
mean,
to say, "Hey, fuck it, I'm buying a house in Dallas, so whenever I pay him, I'll stay there."
either that or Jerry
Yeah,
Jones chasing Moore, which is highly possible because they don't pay running backs.
they really don't. I mean, listen, and again, we're gonna talk about all these pieces, as the weeks go by and all that. But Derrick Henry, man, I mean, he's probably got a solid maybe 3, maybe 4 years left.
That's why I went to the Ravens. He's ring chasing,
Yeah.
which that's all. I mean, that's all he has left
Listen,
is to get a ring.
Baltimore's looking pretty good too, man. That's another bird that we can talk about too, man. It's like, dude, they got Nate Wiggins, man, who I think is gonna be a star corner in this league.
Yeah,
He's gonna be one of the. I think he's gonna be up there with Quinion Mitchell and all them. He's gonna be a star corner. Speaking of corners, Patrick Surtain got paid today. My
yeah,
God,
he did.
highest paid corner in the league now.
Isn't he the highest paid non-offensive player?
Yeah. So that's that's pretty interesting. But listen, the guy's a beast. Like I said too, back to what I was saying in the beginning, Nate Wiggins. The guy's gonna be a superstar in the league, I believe. I believe Baltimore's defense will be top 10 this season.
Yeah,
So, and again, we'll
oh,
talk
I
a little more
agree.
about that next week. But Chris, what are your thoughts on that? Any surprises this offseason or anything like that? I mean, not just with Philly, but with
In
anything else?
surprises,
I mean, any like surprise signings? Like, oh
there
my
was
God,
there was there was mix-ups all over the league. I'm trying to find a transaction. Look,
Chris, you broke up for a second.
I broke up.
Oh, all right, now we can hear you. My bad.
I was
You were
stuttering.
in and out.
I was stuttering. I mean, there wasn't really anything like crazy. There was just a lot all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like Derrick Henry, Saquon, like you said. Like what else happened over the off season? Like I feel like it's been so long.
I'll tell you one good ass signing that nobody's really talking about, man. And I actually want Philly to sign this guy, but I'm not mad with Saquon. I'm not mad. Josh Jacobs to Green Bay, man.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
he's gonna be
he's
the
gonna fucking,
exact thing they need in Green Bay.
oh my God, he's gonna fucking like kill it out there. And you know what's funny too? Speaking of Josh Jacobs, he actually said, I think it was because we played him this week, but he said something about that Kansas City offered him more money or something. Kansas City
Yeah,
and Giants were the two
yeah,
teams that offered him more money, and he said no.
yeah,
You want to play the dominant team or something like that, he was saying.
yeah.
But
I did hear that.
listen, I think he's a great fit in Green Bay, man. I think he's gonna be a fucking monster. So,
I think so too. I think Green Bay is a perfect fit for him.
oh yeah. And let's just
Who
hope he doesn't go off Friday night. All right. Well, if you get the touchdown, I have him in
didn't he?
fantasy. One touchdown will be fine. Just get like 20 yards and a touchdown.
Aaron Jones went to the Vikings, right?
Oh, what's up?
Aaron Jones went to the Vikings, right?
Yeah, he's another one that I picked up. A lot of people aren't really so high on him this year.
No, because don't they have another running back?
Yeah, I think so. I forgot who the running back is,
Hold
but
on, hold on.
I mean, look, Aaron Jones. I just think he still has it.
No, they do not have another running back,
Mm.
but they did just put JJ McCarthy on the IR.
Oh shit, yo,
With TJ Hawkinson
McCarthy.
down too.
My God, man, like that guy was like. Honestly, I had high hopes for him, man. I'm like, yo, this guy's gonna be like a fucking offensive rookie of the year. Having a good ass season with JJ out there. Well, he's JJ, the other JJ, Justin Jefferson.
Jay Jettas.
Yes. Oh man, that's terrible the way his season ended already. Well, his career started, I should say.
Yeah. I
Oh
mean,
God.
the other thing that really kind of surprised me is that Joe Mixon left Cincinnati.
Yeah, he went to where'd he go? He went to Texans, I think, right?
Yeah, he went to Houston, and
Oh,
Bengals picked up Zach Moss.
not bad. I mean,
I mean, Zach Moss is not replacing Joe Mixon.
true, but I mean, decent pickup. They could
I
have they could
mean,
have done better.
okay, sure,
They could have done like again, Josh Jacobs could have been one.
yeah. I
So
mean, they didn't win a game in the preseason. That's hearsay.
yo, dude, and speaking of the offseason too, you know what's another well, this was a draft pick that I really, really liked. I think this guy's gonna be a superstar. Shout out to the Giants, man. I know that's our rival, but Malik Neighbors, that guy,
Yeah,
he's gonna be like another Odell, I believe. So
yeah, I
I
do
feel
too.
I mean, too bad he doesn't have a quarterback that can throw it to him.
No,
Anyway,
but the other, if we're giving props, the other team I'm going to give props to is the Washington Commanders. They're going
oh
to be they're
God,
going to be a squad this year. They're going to be tough.
they are gonna be tough. They're gonna be tougher than the Giants, man. I
Yeah,
believe. Aiden
I
Daniels,
agree.
I think he's gonna be like another version of RG3, but better.
Yeah,
He's gonna be the better version. Like he's gonna stay healthy, man. He's gonna be like a I hate to say it, man. He might be like another Jalen Hurts for them. I mean, like
yeah. No,
in
I can
general.
see that.
So we'll see, man. I mean, I picked him up in fantasy too. In our league, we I picked him up, and I think McLaurin is gonna be he's gonna go off this year. I feel like
Yeah,
Dalton came to Philly. He doesn't have that second target. I mean, I think his go-to is gonna be yeah,
yeah,
him. So it's kind of like the Matthew Stafford when he went to LA. His target
yep,
was Super Cups. That's exactly how he's gonna be with McLaurin.
yeah,
Oh, McLaurin, bam, 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 just throw all these dimes.
yep.
So yeah, man. I mean. Just a lot happened, man. What else happened? I mean, listen, man, any guys have comments, man? Drop it down below, man. What was your most surprising move? What do you like? What didn't you like? I'll tell you one thing too. As much as I hate this team, I didn't like how Dallas didn't make a lot of like moves in. I mean, I am glad that they didn't make moves, but at the same time, they had all the chances to make all these other moves. Like, bro, you could have signed
Yeah,
a linebacker. You could have fucking gotten Derrick Henry and like, Jerry Jones says he's the best of them all. He doesn't need
yeah.
him. So whatever. All right, Mr. Jones, if you're watching, me and Chris disagree. All
Fuck
right.
you, Jimmy Jones.
And I know
Say about
Sass had a little meet up with him today, and I'm sure Sass disagrees too. Stephen A. Smith, for those of you that don't know. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, by the way. But listen, another team that's actually doing really, really good, I would say, especially on defense, not too much on quarterback is the Steelers, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a solid defense.
They're
As
going to be a solid team.
Yeah, as far as offense,
It's just the question mark is the quarterback.
yeah, I mean, honestly, this was my prediction. And again, for those of you, drop your predictions down below too with anything that you see, starting after week one. My prediction is that Justin Fields, excuse me, that he's gonna start after like week 4.
Yeah, no,
He's
I
just
can see
fucking
that.
go in there and kill it.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think they're gonna start off 1-3. Mike Tom's gonna be like, fuck that. We're not starting 1-3. I'm gonna flip this shit around. Boom. They
Yep.
put Fields in there and he's gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's
I
my
could see that
prediction.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm sorry, but Dangerous Russ ain't dangerous no more, man. I think he has to call it a career. That's
Eh,
just,
I mean, he's played 13 years. He had a solid career.
yeah. I mean, dude, you already had a ring, man. You're already a Super Bowl champ. Just call it a career, dude.
Yeah. No, he'd be all
Yeah,
right.
you got a fucking famous wife. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Well, Chris, listen, I know we're both running short on time because we got stuff to do after this, man. Do you want to get to these picks, man? And next week we'll just
Yeah.
talk the rest. All right, man, let's do it. Can you share your screen, Chris? Or
Yeah.
okay, cool, perfect. All right, guys, let's get into these picks. And again, as this new season 2 that me and Chris are going to do, you're going to see it, even a new logo. I will apologize in advance too, real quick, Chris, before we get into our picks. I did say I was going to make some changes. Listen, me and Chris, we've been through a lot this off season, so but I promise we're gonna get you a new logo and some cool stuff that we got going on in mind. But let's get to these picks real quick, Chris.
You
We'll
see
not
my
recap
screen?
real quick, man. What's up?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah, I can see your screen.
Is it ESPN?
Yeah, it's ESPN. Yep, I see your little 3 tabs open too.
Hell yeah. You got I got 3 tabs. I got my emails.
All
But
right. Well, what, 4 tabs total. I should say the 3 tabs. Anyway, let's get to these picks, Chris. Let's start with Thursday night, man. Listen, week one is always the hardest, man. I mean, we'll probably be way off, but let's just say this is all about second take, man. Let's have fun
I
with it.
listen, man. Week one is tough.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
is tough because you
I
never
think
know
it's just
how teams are gonna come out.
yeah, I mean, even just in fantasy too, bro. Like, honestly, who knows if you and I end up in a tie, which I don't
We
think.
ain't ending up in a time beating that ass.
Anyway, yeah, you say that. I'm not gonna say anything because I got a game plan. But anyway, dude, week one's
Got a
always the
game
hardest,
plan.
man.
Get the hell out of
Bro,
here.
listen, all I'm saying is week one is the toughest, man. You see a lot of players go off. You see the ones that don't go off, they just don't go off, and like
You're
who
right.
you expect to go off, they go off basically.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
And then you see the ones that are quiet that they don't do shit, they don't do shit. So like
Yeah.
honestly, like the Patriots, like they're not gonna really do much on offense. So
No.
yeah,
Except for Ramondre Stevenson.
yeah. Watch them get like 50 points. We're just
I
talking
hope he does.
I'm talking about the whole team. But anyway, all right, let's get to these picks real quick. So we got Baltimore at Kansas City. This is a great fucking rematch from the playoffs last year, but they're at Kansas City this time. Chris, who do you got?
I'm taking Kansas City just because they're at home.
You know what? I agree. I agree with that too. I mean, Baltimore's at home. I would have taken Baltimore, man, but I mean, dude, it's tough.
Yeah.
KC, man.
Yeah,
I'm
at
gonna go
home.
with KC too. I'll go with KC on that one. All right, man. I don't think we have to talk about Friday, but we both have the birds. I mean,
Yeah.
that's inevitable. We both have the birds. Listen, I think this is gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be I mean, we're not gonna again, I know we're running short on time. Another thing we're gonna see later on is we're gonna see well, obviously we do our upset picks, but our score predictions too. This one, we're just gonna do this one, Chris, and then we're not gonna do the other ones. Give me a score prediction, Chris, for this one, for just the birds game.
28-10.
Ooh, got the birds on that one. All right. Well, my prediction's a little different. I'm gonna say 35-30. Really.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be high scoring. I think Jordan Love's gonna have a good game. I think Philly might come off for a save because, and Philly's not the only team guilty of this. They did not fucking start their starters in the fucking preseason. Well, defense, yes, but not offense, which, oh, God, you know what happened last year because of that.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yes. So we'll see. Anyway, hopefully, that doesn't happen again. We'll see. But anyway, all right, let's go to Pittsburgh at Atlanta. That's another good game right here. Chris, who do you got?
I'm taking Pittsburgh. I feel like Pittsburgh has it enough together enough to beat Atlanta. Atlanta doesn't really have a lot of weapons.
I'll go with Pittsburgh too. Only because Atlanta, I feel like it's gonna be low scoring, but I think
Yeah,
Atlanta's gonna win that game for
it's
them.
gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a field goal touchdown
Yeah, I
difference.
agree too. Yeah, it's gonna be like 10-10 and like, oh, 2 seconds left and kick the field goal, boom, one.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on this one. All right, we got Arizona at Buffalo. Chris, who do you got?
this is easy. That's Buffalo. Arizona ain't going into Buffalo and beating Buffalo.
Hmm. I'll take Buffalo at home. But
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona wins. But I'm gonna take Buffalo this time. But just because Buffalo, they lost a couple key pieces this offseason. But we'll go with Buffalo on this one. All right, we got Tennessee at Chicago. Chris.
I'm taking Tennessee. I
Ooh.
don't know why. I just feel like with Tony Pollard, they're gonna be good.
And Spears. Gotta remember Spears.
Yeah.
Spears had a pretty nice preseason there. You know what? I'm actually gonna go to the other side, Chris. I'm gonna go with Chicago, man. I like what they did with their wide receivers this offseason. They picked up DeAndre Swift. I know he's not like the best running back ever, but he did have a good year with Philly last year. I think he's gonna be a huge asset to that team. And I like Chicago, man. They're at home. I got
Yeah.
Chicago this one. All right, what else we got? Let's see. Let's see. We got New England at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, easy. 8 point favorite, 8.5 point favorites.
Ooh. All right. Give me New England on this one. I think Gerard Mayo or Jared
Get the
Mayo.
hell out of here.
Listen, Coach Mayo, whatever, he's gonna get his first win against them. I'm gonna take New England. That's not my
You
upset pick, by the way. That's not
I
my
say
upset
you're upset because that's a big ass upset.
pick. Actually, but dude, it's week one, man. All I'm saying, it's week one. You never know, bro. You never fucking know. Anyway, let's go to the next one. We got Houston at Indy. What do we got?
Houston, Houston.
Yeah, I got Houston, man. I think
It's
CJ
CJ
Stroud.
Stroud.
He's gonna
CJ Stroud time, man.
he's gonna fucking light up that defense, man. And I got Houston on that one. All right, we got Jacksonville at Miami. Chris, what do we got?
Miami, it's easy.
They're at home. Yeah, I'm gonna take Miami on that one. Wow, that's funny. Two Florida teams.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm not too far. I'm like a little bit, almost halfway point. But anyway, whatever. Anyway, Carolina at New England. Chris, what do you got?
Carolina at New Orleans. You mean?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. New Orleans. Excuse me. My bad.
I'm gonna take New Orleans because Carolina's just bad.
Mm.
They are not good.
They were seeing a prediction that Carolina might make the playoffs. But who knows? But with this one, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna New Orleans too, just because I like Alvin Kamara. I'm a big fan of him. They're at home. I think that's a big advantage. So,
$25 ticket.
wow, $25 a ticket. That's crazy. All right, wow, I'm like 6 hours from New Orleans too. Anyway, all right, don't talk me into it, Chris. All right, Minnesota at New York Giants. Chris,
Minnesota because New York sucks.
I'm only gonna pick New York too, only because Minnesota does not have a quarterback right now, man. I mean, Sam Darnold, he can be real inconsistent. I mean, and I feel like their defense isn't really. I mean, they don't really have a defense, to be
I
honest.
guess we'll see.
Yeah, I think I hate to say it, but I think Danny Dimes might light them up. So anyway,
Okay. Okay.
right. Oh, not bad. I'm not saying like, oh, 40 to 10, not like that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's gonna be a big blowout, but again, week one, damn it. All right, anyway, we got Vegas at Los Angeles. Chris, what do you got?
I'm gonna take LA on that one. I think what's his face? Is it Jim or John? I
It's
think it's Jim.
it's
Jim
Jim.
Harbaugh.
John
They-
Harbaugh. John is in Baltimore. Yes.
I think Jim Harbaugh's got something brewing in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Aussie, I got Vegas. I got
That's
Vegas.
your upset pick.
Listen, I like Antonio Pierce. And also, too, for those of you that don't know, we're going to talk about literally everything, the coaches and everything. And I want Johnny to hop in this next week because I want his opinions. And by the way, Johnny, I'm sorry for your loss with the Super Bowl. Not sorry. Anyway, moving on to the next one. I know Johnny's probably going to hate me for saying that. That's what you get for talking shit in fantasy, too. Anyway, all right. We got Denver at Seattle. Chris, what do you got?
It's Seattle. I think they still got a pretty good team up there.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Denver, man. I like Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix,
Okay.
man. I think he's gonna make some noise. This listen, don't be surprised. This is one of my bold predictions for this season. Don't be surprised if he ends up being rookie of the year.
Okay. That's a very bold
I
bold
think uh
bold pick right there.
I think or if he's not, he's gonna be really, really close. But I think I like Bo Nix, man. I like Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I got Denver on this one.
All right.
We got a few more. We got Dallas at Cleveland. Chris.
I'm taking Dallas.
I got Cleveland on this one, man. I think Dallas just does not have it in.
I think CD Lamb absolutely goes off after getting paid.
Yeah, I mean, I agree too, but also Cleveland does have a good defense, man. We talked about this last season, man. I think
We
they're gonna
did talk
carry that
about that last
over.
season, but I just think I don't know, man. It's something.
Really?
I love CD Lamb. CD Lamb is just good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not saying I don't like CeeDee Lamb. I think he's still gonna have a great game, man. But I think Cleveland's gonna come up with I think didn't they play each other last season and I chose Cleveland and they won?
Yeah.
Right. I think it may happen. It may happen again, depending on how CeeDee Lamb goes and all that. But listen, I only say the Browns because they don't have Dallas doesn't have a running back. CeeDee
All
Lamb,
right.
he's one player, but
What we
it
got next?
has to be a whole team. Anyway, all right, we got Washington at Tampa.
Washington.
Ooh.
I think everybody except for the Giants in our division is going to win.
Here's my upset, man. I got Tampa on this one.
That's not an upset because they're favorites.
Oh, whatever. All right, well, whatever. Pick my upset for fucking what was it? New England. New England. Anyway, whatever. I got Tampa though. I like Tampa on this one. They did lose a key piece to Devin White in on defense. He went to a better team. We all
Yeah.
the team he went to. Anyway, he's not playing week one, but it doesn't matter. That was a nice pickup for Philly too. Something I forgot to mention. But no, I like they're at home, man. I mean, if Washington was at home, I'd say Washington, but only because Tampa's at home, man. I got Tampa on this one, man.
All right. We'll see.
All right, we got two more. We got the
Rams at Detroit.
Rams at Detroit. Chris, who do we got?
I'm taking Detroit. I like Detroit, man. I
Yeah,
like I like Dan Campbell. I like what he's doing up
I
there.
do. I agree, man. I got Detroit on this one, man. I think Detroit is going to make a lot of noise this year, man. I think they're going to give. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it ends up being them and Philly in the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
That's a bold prediction right there. Another
Another
bold
bold
prediction.
prediction.
We're gonna talk about bold predictions next week. I know you and I have something to do after this, so we're running a little short on time. But anyway, we got New York Jets at San Francisco. Johnny, we already know who you're gonna pick. You don't have to say anything, Johnny, or comment or nothing like that. So keep your comments to yourself. Anyway, Chris, Johnny's
It's
gonna.
my upset of the week. New
Ooh,
York Jets are going to take down the San Francisco 49ers.
wow! Look at that.
Sauce Gardner is going to intercept pick six to win the game.
Really? Ooh. Honestly, man, I got San Fran. Only because they're at home. They're at home, man. I think Brock Purdy has a good game. I think he's gonna come back hungrier than last season, since he came damn close to winning it all. Too bad they fell short. Again, talking shit. But that is my picks right there, man. My upset was New
Yeah.
England, by the way.
Huh?
But no, I said my upset was New England, so
No, it was Vegas.
was it whatever. Anyway, we're
I
good.
mean, New England is an 8 point underdog, 8.5 point underdog. So yeah, that is a big upset.
Listen, we'll see how Jared Mayo coach or Gerard Mayo, however you say his name, whatever. Gerard
Yeah,
Mayo. See how he coaches, huh?
that's a Gerard Mayo.
All right. Gerard Mayo, we'll see how he does. I actually like him as a head coach, man, believe it or not. Him and I like Antonio Pierce too. He's another one
Yeah,
I'm really excited to see. And for his first full season with the Raiders, I think he's gonna do really, really good. But guys, that is it. Season 2 is in the works. Chris Carter, John Fuerte. We will
not the
see you
wide
guys
receiver.
next week. Go Birds as always.
Go
Stay
Birds.
tuned. Hey, listen, like, subscribe. I don't care if you leave a negative comment, leave us feedback. We like feedback. We're gonna adjust this season. Out.
Peace.